12 News at 4 continues with a video you probably saw on your social media feed this week. The unexpected shopper at a Chicago area Aldi. Take a look.
Watch out, guys. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Animal control officers pulling a coyote from a produce cooler at the Humboldt Park store on Monday. It's unclear how the coyote got there, but a wildlife organization is now caring for the animal. This video getting a lot of attention, and what you saw there may not be as uncommon as you might think. In fact, the day before, a United Airlines jet hit a coyote during takeoff at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago.
United 1727, like I told you earlier, during the rotation we hit a pretty big animal, and we're suspecting they're causing a damage to the nose and landing gear.
That flight had to return to ground. These growing incidents are the subject of our conversation today. Dr. Stanley Garrett is the principal investigator of the Cook County Coyote Project and the chair of the Center for Wildlife Research at the Max McGraw Wildlife Foundation. He also wrote the book Coyotes Among Us. It's based on extensive research for the Urban Coyote Research Project. Dr. Garrett, thank you for joining us today. I got to ask you, that viral video out of Chicago in the Aldi, when you first saw it, I want to get your initial reaction to seeing that video. I imagine you might not be surprised seeing it.
No, I wasn't surprised. It's happened before, but my initial impression though was that we do one of the big things from our research is we found that there's a lot more coexistence and a lot more co-occurrence taking place between coyotes and people in the cities than what people realize. But this is taking it to a pretty extreme level when they're actually sharing the produce aisle.
Your book is titled Coyotes Among Us, and you write, if coyotes had opposable digits, they would probably use them to thumb their noses at our efforts to exterminate them while they claim residence in our own backyards. Explain that for us.
Well, we've tried so hard to remove them, to prevent them from living near us. And despite our best efforts, they tend to be successful. And in fact, they tend to actually move closer and closer to us. So that would be thumbing their nose at us at our best efforts to control them.
And how did you get into this research? And what have you learned about coyotes and their evolution into adapting to urban areas?
Well, so we got into this research because prior to the 1990s, coyotes were not really common or known to occur in cities, especially in the Midwest and the eastern U.S. And so this began occurring. We started getting an increase in reports of these animals appearing in areas where they had not been seen before, especially around the Chicago area. So we were asked to initiate a study to find out what kind of risks do these animals pose to us and how are they actually living in these cities.
And I got to tell you, I reported a pair of coyotes to DNR here, Department of Natural Resources, about a month ago here in Milwaukee, seeing them when I was going home. My concern was for my dog and my neighbor's pets. So is that fear irrational, or are there misconceptions about coyotes?
So I would not say your fear is irrational. What I would say is that I'm not sure I would be afraid of them. I would just be aware of them and take measures to make sure that I'm not contributing to a potential risk to my animals. So for example, actually dog attacks by coyotes are not as common as what people think, but they do occur. And there are ways or things that we can do to try to minimize that risk.
And I was going to say, what is the final takeaway where you say we're seeing this incidents here in Chicago, here in Milwaukee as well, other big cities? What's the best course of action for our viewers?
I think the main thing is to be aware of the fact that there are coyotes there. They're living near you. And so there are things that you can do, mainly control the access to food, because where coyotes are getting food, that's where they're going to attract their activities. And also be cognizant of your pets, especially this time of year. It's the mating season. So keeping dogs on leashes and not letting them run loose in especially green spaces where you know coyotes occur.
All right, the book is titled Coyotes Among Us. Dr. Stanley Garrett, thank you for sharing your time with us here today.
You're welcome.
And because coyote sightings are more common, officials recommend you report it to the Department of Natural Resources. You can also report it to the Milwaukee County Coyote Watch. We will post those links and contact information, as well as link to the Urban Coyote Research Project from Dr. Garrett and his team on our website at WISN.com and the 12 News mobile app.